I'm joined now by Anne from Civil Ceremonies Ltd. Hi Anne, thanks for joining us. Can you tell me a bit more about the civil funerals and how did they start?
Because we found that there was a need for people to have a more personal funeral. This is what families were looking for. So we decided to set up a training course to train what we called civil funeral celebrants. And the idea of the civil funeral celebrant is that they will go out and work with a family to try and really create a funeral that the person who has died and they really want. And that can have some religious content in it as well. So we found about half of the funerals that we do actually have a hymn or prayer or something like that. And the funeral will be checked with the family before it's delivered, so it's absolutely what they want, and we know that. And as soon as people started to see what a civil funeral ceremony was, they've become more and more popular.
And what makes the training special?
It's the passion, it's the absolute passion for this work, and it's the experience and knowledge of the tutors who work so hard on the training course. It's a residential training course, it's from Monday to Friday, it's a tough old course to do. But the tutors work with the students who come along to train to really get their skills to the right level, so that we train them in interviewing. We train them very carefully in how to write something about about the deceased person for the eulogy or the tribute, whatever we call it. So we do a lot of work on that. We also do a lot of work on delivery, because you've got to be able to, be heard in a crematorium, and you've got to be able to get this across in exactly the way that the family want to.
So Anne, what type of people train for this work?
People that train for this are very often ex-professional people. So they're people like, let's say, semi-retired teachers maybe, or policemen, nurses, people who they really want to make funerals better. They want to do something that is satisfying and very worthwhile with their lives, and they've found that this is the ideal thing for them. They come along. Our course is externally accredited by the Open College Network, so at level 3. So it's a real qualification to get. So it's almost a career change for people. And we qualify them to go out and actually then become self-employed and generate their own business.
You mentioned that you believe a whole new profession's been created. What makes you think that?
There is no end to the development of the skill of the individual. It's not just about doing our training course, becoming accredited. It's not just about that, it's about continuing to get better and better and better. People do further training courses with us. For example, we do a one-day training course on child and baby funerals. I think we're the only people that do that. Very specialised work. You've really got to know how to work with families in that situation, parents. So people keep developing their skill, their knowledge, they get better and better and better at what they do. And we really do believe that it's continuing professional development for them.
And finally, how popular are the civil funerals?
Funeral directors have realised that when somebody has a funeral with one of our qualified civil funeral celebrants, and it's absolutely excellent. The family are over the moon with how this has gone, and it was a very painful day for them, and it's been made better by our celebrant. That will reflect back on the funeral director who has recommended them. So they are increasingly being used, much more popular than when we first started back in 2002.
Well, thank you very much, Anne. And for more information, please visit their website, civilceremonies.co.uk.